everyone. Yeah, this is true. This is my first country. I don't know if it's good or not, but happened as it happened. I made like a short presentation. First, I need to share the screen, right? I'm sharing. No, I'm not sharing. Veronica, could you please allow me to share the screen?
Yes, you are made a co-host. So, yes, I made you again. Can you try, please?
Okay, share. I'm sharing now, right? Okay, so hello to everyone again. My name is Anastasiya. I would like to tell you about my life a little bit and my career in science. It's not so long because I'm just 31 years old, but anyway, I have some experience and I would like to share with you. I'm coming from Belarus. This is country out of Europe, and this is what Veronica was mentioning, that it's also a lot of students which are coming out of Europe and want to study in Europe or in the USA because it's the most desirable destination. So maybe I'm a really good example of this case. In Belarus, I was born and I received primary education. Then when I was 18 years old, I decided to move further. I found the way how to move in Poland, and of course it was a lot of troubles, but anyway, it was possible for me. Then after receiving master and the bachelor and master degree in Poland, then I decided to do a PhD after, so it was not enough for me. I decided to do a PhD and I moved to Germany, and I joined the program which was in collaboration with Israel, or Israel with Germany, but anyway, I stayed in Germany. And then after Germany, I moved to Italy, and currently I'm doing the postdoc in Italy. So this is like very briefly, like a shortcut of my career, but then I would like to tell you a little bit more in the details. So first, once I moved from Belarus to Poland, I studied in the University of Wrocław in the Faculty of Biotechnology. My bachelor thesis was oxidative stress in Arabidopsis thaliana germination seeds. It was lasting for 3 years, and model organism I'm working on. It's a quite widely used plant. It calls Arabidopsis thaliana. Then master thesis, it was lasting for 2 years and it was already more complicated. It was investigation of biochemical and bioenergetical properties of some mutants of Arabidopsis thaliana. So I was working on the electron respiratory transport chain in the mitochondria, and this is the one of the organelle of the plant cell. And also between my bachelor and master thesis, I went for Erasmus. And Erasmus I did in Slovenia, in University of Ljubljana. And I was working, I changed a little bit the topic, and I was working on the bacteria, so it's microbiology already. And I was investigating the social interactions of Bacillus subtilis. And I was working in the department of the microbiology for 3 months. So I was trying to understand how bacteria talking to each other. And the model organism for this work was Bacillus subtilis. After, as I told before, after Poland, I decided to go for the higher education. And I always was dreaming to come to Germany. It's like it's also coming from the childhood. So when I found the opportunity, I was really happy. And in Germany, I was working in the Max Planck Institute for Molecular Plant Physiology. And but officially, I was PhD of Ben Gurion University of the Negev in Israel, and that is how I met Veronica, and I'm really happy about this. So my PhD thesis was about exploring the tomato lipidomic landscape by genetic mapping. It was lasting for 4 years. The model organism I was working on, it's tomatoes, Lanum lycopersicum. And why? Because it's one of the most important crop in the world. It's a great model organism because of having not only leaves and roots, but also fruits. It's a major component of the human diet because of lycopene, vitamin, essential nutrients, and so on. And I was working on lipids. So because I mentioned lipidomic landscape in tomato. So, and lipids are important because they are not only fat, as we can think, it's also the building blocks of all the cells in plants, also in human body, in animals. So the lipids are really important and essential. And moreover, they are signaling molecules that are making them really incredible, important metabolites in the plant and animal cells. And also they can perform the protective function, like to build the vasc, for example, on the surface of the plant. Then after my PhD, I moved to Italy. And it happened that I continue in the in the academia, I continued. And now I'm working in the Polytechnic of Marke. And my project is nutritional quality of the legume species. I shifted to another topic, and legume species, it's a common bean, lentils, chickpea, lupin, and why it's important because it's really very nice alternative source of the protein. They are full of vitamins and micro and macronutrients, and they have really very nice compounds which cause phytosterols. So this is my path career until now. I also wanted to tell you, as Veronica also mentioned, that the career in science can be kind of divided in the academy, in the industry. All of them has pros and cons. In the academy, you rather need to build the career to become in the end of professor, at least as I can see this, because this table made based on my feelings. I don't know if it's like this, because I still don't have such an experience. And in industry, as far as I know, after for example, receiving the PhD, you can work many years on the same place, and in the end, you can become a head of laboratory, or maybe you will have a nice idea and you create your own company. So here I try to write some pros and cons considering career in the academy and considering career in the industry. So, for example, that in academia you can work more on the research, you can do real research. In the industry, your research is really very limited in time, because you need to do something that will work. You cannot do very long research because you're enjoying, like, to do many experiments. You need to do something that works. In industry, you can work for many years. In academia, it's really nice for the CV if you are changing the countries, places where you are working. It looks, at least as I know, that it looks better in the CV. So in a different way, there are pros and cons. It depends what you like the most and where you would like to go, in which direction. Now I'm working in the academia as a postdoc, but I would like to go to the industry because this is what I feel more, and I think I will be more proficient and useful working in the industry. And also, I would like to tell you about life abroad, because, as Berka mentioned, yes, I changed many countries. And of course, there are a lot of pros and some cons. First of all, that, of course, it's a lot of many international friends. You can travel, you can try different food, you can understand different cultures, you can find a nice job, also nice university if you want to study there. Maybe it will be more possibilities than in your mother country. And also the side effect of all this, it's like that you can improve languages. My English became way better, and in Belarus there is not so many people are speaking English, and in general it's not on the high level. And I improved my English, I learned Polish, I learned German, Italian it's still not yet, but hope in the future. So it's a nice side effect, I would say. From the cons, for me, I had really a lot of difficulties in receiving the visa or residence card. And I'm sorry to say, but I was crying many times in the embassy for foreigners. It was not that easy time. Sometimes it happened that even when you're surrounded with many people in the foreign country, that you feel alone and you have the feeling that no one understands you. And of course, you are far away from your family and friends and so on. So it's always pros and cons. And as a conclusion of my talk, I would like to say that if you want to make a career, if you want to move abroad, if you want to study, if you want to do the PhD, if you really want this, it's possible to do. If you really have sincere desire to do this, you will find the way, and for sure it is possible. I would like to say thank you for everyone, and for someone whom I inspired maybe, and would like to try. I wish a lot of luck from my side, and I believe in everyone. Thank you very much.